Welcome back to the channel, boys. We got something special today. We've got my buddy Andy and his 2001
Ford Excursion.
Ford Excursion. Look at this thing. I mean, that is beautiful, man. What color is this again?
So this is actually a Toyota color. It's called Lunar Rock. Had it done up by a guy here locally in Charlotte who did a phenomenal job on it.
So this paint job was done at the same place that paint job was done at M&M Custom, which well, you know, they did a great job. And this thing had like plastic cladding and all of that stuff down the side.
So it had all the cladding on it. That got removed, and fortunately it got removed because there was a lot of rust, especially in this door right here. And you can see beautiful lines on it right now. That is all M&M going through and like totally dialing it in, cleaning it up. It's had so much paint peeling all through the door right here. I had an Excursion before this, and when I was talking with Daniel about what I wanted on it, I was like, hey, I really care about, you know, there's a lot of roof rusting opportunities on these big, large SUVs, and so he actually did a total rhino lined and color matched roof as well.
Oh, I had no idea that was up there.
Yeah, so.
Well, since I'm 6'2" and this bus is 7'3", yeah, it makes sense why I couldn't see it.
But yeah, so when I got it, it was like paint peeling, everything like that. I knew that I wanted to put some love and attention into it, and fortunately was given Daniel's contact information, and I'd say he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, no, the paint is great, and like getting rid of the cladding really updates it. It's a great looking truck. And you've got some, these are what, rough country bumpers?
Yeah, so these are ranch hand bumpers.
Oh, ranch hand, sorry,
yep.
Yeah.
Ranch hand. And,
look at this plate, boys. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
That's great, man.
Yep, so it's, I call it the Mercedes killer. Don't hold that against me, Mr. Mercedes. But, you know, I call it the Mercedes killer because Mercedes took out the last Excursion. So there is no chance this bad boy's ever getting taken in from the front end again. So.
Oh, really? Oh, so you had gotten into an accident with the last one?
With the last one, yep. So this one instead, this is...
Wow, this is a beefy bumper.
This guy's stopping, for sure.
Yeah. So, and this thing's not stock, right?
No, so it does have a, it's got a tune on it. You know, it's pretty stock from a component standpoint, but I've got, you know, updated alternator just to make sure that all the fun little gadgets I have.
And this is the 7.3 diesel, right?
Yep.
Because there was two options, right? Or three options. You can get a V8.
There's actually four options. You could get the low and slow 5.4 gas. You could get the so that was a V8 option. You could get the V10 gas option. Yeah. That was the Titan V10. And then you had the 6.0 from 2003 to 2005 when they stopped making it. But this is the old reliable right here, 7.3.
Yep. You said, you were telling me off camera, you said 331 well-loved miles.
Well-loved, yep, absolutely. So,
tell us what you did.
So, we got a new airbox right here, new alternator right here. My wife's going to laugh at me for alternator, missing a couple of syllables there, but that's all right. And, yeah, just, you know, regular maintenance from here. It's not a whole heck of a lot to it. The great thing about the 7.3 is it just lasts. You can kind of see old paint right here. So
oh, that's the original color.
This is the OG color right here.
I like that you left that on there.
I asked them to leave a little bit of a remnant, so you always know where it came from, right?
Yeah. And we were just talking about, you said that it does have a tune, and how much power is this thing making now?
Yeah, so it's got a 6-position tune on it from TS Performance, and so if I get, you know, really aggressive on it, you're looking at an additional 140, so we're talking 415 horsepower and like 770.
Wow, 770 foot-pounds. So, I mean, you would need all of that torque to move.
Oh yeah.
This bus around.
That's it.
Okay, well let's go for a ride. I think it'll be fun. What do you guys think? We're gonna go for a ride, see what this thing sounds like.
Let's go.
Well, let's start it up. Let's let them hear what this thing sounds like on startup. Look at this exhaust pipe. I could literally shove my fist in there. That's crazy. Let's take a look at this dash here. So this is the 6-position thing?
Right here is my 6-position tuner. So we can go, this is stock right here. If you're ever in the Chick-fil-A line and you know it's really, really hot in the summertime, you go right here. And it's high idle, keeps the AC just absolutely cranking on you.
Nice.
And then we'll bump it back to have a whole hell of a lot of fun mode.
I like that. Let's go. I like hell of a lot of fun mode. That's good.
But yeah, so got a little bit of a brake upgrade. I was like, I've done brakes myself. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. They're new brakes, and no problem. I'll change out all of the brake lines, make sure they're stainless steel brake lines. Very important, by the way. Old Ford rubber brake lines are junk, so they just bulge, they're terrible. Anyway, I'm doing all this brake job, and I spent too much money on this brake job, but
you can never spend too much money.
That's true.
On good brakes.
That's a fact. I spent a lot of money on these brakes.
Yeah.
And then,
well, if they help you avoid another Mercedes, then they were worth every. They were worth every penny.
That is a fact. And they were. They are absolutely worth every penny. My wife did judge a little bit, but the most frustrating part of it was spent hours doing, you know, all around brakes, everything, and I'm like, let's just stomp on the brakes and see how it goes. And I go like 100 feet before they stop. They were the spongiest brakes in the world. And I'm like, I quit. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I had like posted on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, you know, brake job, you know, here we go. And, you know, you reach out and you're like, oh, that looks great, man. And I'm like, yeah, they're not that great though. Like, they're super spongy. And I'm like, well, it had just snowed, which is like the first time in Charlotte in the last 5 years that it actually snowed. But I was like, maybe it's just that it's like a little slush on the road. I don't know. And you're like, those are high performance calipers, Andy. So you gotta make sure you bleed both sides. So I had only done half of the entire brake job.
Both sides of the caliper. So he didn't realize that his caliper actually had 2 bleed nipples, one on each side of it. That's how big his calipers. They're 8-piston calipers.
Yep.
8-piston front caliper. They're gigantic.
Yeah.
But yeah, after you bled that, you basically could hit the brake so hard you scratch the roof, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so my buddy Andy, and the reason why he's a great friend of mine. He taught me how to surf. He taught me how to do a bunch of stuff, you know, on our boat, which has been incredible. And I love Andy to death, and I really wanted to kind of showcase his truck. So why don't you tell us why you picked a Ford Excursion?
The entire reason of getting this bad boy instead of a newer Ford Expedition Max or something like that is towing capacity. This has 11,000 pound towing capacity. Really, the only reason it's not more is brakes. And guess what?
You upgraded those.
We upgraded those, right?
Yeah.
So upgraded those. We have upgraded springs. We got bags, you know, bag suspension in the back.
Helper bags.
Yep. And then we got upgraded F250 springs in the front. So, you know, it rides a little on the firm side, but it means that I tow whatever I want to tow.
Well, it rides like a truck, the way
Right.
that it's supposed to
That's
ride.
exactly
This is great,
it.
yeah.
That's
And
exactly it.
that's a boost gauge over there?
It is a boost gauge, yeah. So, you know, just in... You know, just gotta keep everything.
Nice. Nice. This thing's great, Andy.
Thank you, man.
I love this thing, guys. What do you think? This Excursion is nice. I mean, I know it's an older vehicle, but I mean, you've kept it in really great shape, and it's in, I mean, for what it is, like, and what utility you get out of this thing,
Yeah.
like, it's a great truck.
Thank you, thank you. You know, one thing I would love everyone to see is right here.
Oh,
you know, right.
338,000 miles.
There we go, baby. This running strong, no problems.
Runs
Just
forever. It runs forever.
That's it. That's it. It's a 1,000,000-mile motor, baby.
All right, Andy, give us one more hint so we can get out of here. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Andy, thanks so much for
got it,
taking
man.
me on a ride and showing
You
us
got
your
it.
cool excursion. I really appreciate it. This has been really fun, and you know, it's my first time in an excursion, and I've never experienced the diesel power that this thing has. So I just again wanted to say thanks. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.
Woo!